I'm here to tell you about the latest take and make craft we have available for you at the Glendale Public Libraries. This month it's little DIY worry pets. So these guys are squishy and they're soft and they're there when you're stressed out, when you're anxious, if you just are fidgety and you need something to do, these guys are your friend. So stop by the library and get your kit. Bye.
All right, these are the supplies you're gonna get. Some stuffing, a needle and thread kit, some fabric, and some safety eyes. You're also going to need scissors, a marker, and something that you can trace that's circular. Okay, first things first, you're gonna fold your fabric in half so that you have a square. Make sure that the bottom side of the fabric, the inside of the fabric is actually showing on the outside right now. This is your worry pet when it's inside out. So once you have your square, you're going to draw or trace a circle onto your fabric using the marker. And this will not show on your worry pet because this is the inside of the fabric. And then you're going to dot the eyes where you want the eyes on your worry pet to be. Once you have traced your circle, you are going to cut out your fabric. So make sure you're cutting both layers of the fabric out. You can leave a little bit of margin around your marker line. And it helps if you actually have fabric scissors. I'm just using cheap craft scissors for children, which is not the best type of scissors to use. So I recommend using regular scissors or ideally fabric scissors. It will be so much easier and you will not chew your fabric nearly as much or at all like you see me doing in the video. All right, now you're going to take the top layer of fabric where you've marked your eyes and just snip a little hole where you've marked with your marker. Again, this will go much more smoothly if you use regular scissors or fabric scissors. Now you're going to take your safety eyes, which look like a little screw with a washer. You're going to take those, you're going to stick them through the holes that you've made for the eyes. So it'll look like two screws stuck through the holes that you've cut. And then to secure them in place, you just put the little washer on the back. And you don't have to sew these on then. They're ready to go. So your worry pet will have two cute little eyes. Now it's time to sew your pieces of fabric together. So you're going to thread your needle. You're going to leave a little tail when you've pulled it through the eye or the opening in the needle. I'm actually tying my thread because I am not that dexterous and it just helps me keep the thread in place. You could absolutely do that too, especially if you're a beginner sewer like I am. And the thread that comes with the sewing kit is not that long, so you're gonna thread your needle and then you're gonna make sure there's a big knot at the other end so it can't come through the fabric, and then you're gonna use a whip stitch to sew your little worry pet shut. So a whip stitch is basically you just push the needle through both layers of the fabric, then you're gonna bring the needle back around underneath both layers of fabric and then just pull it up again, put the needle back under and pull it back up again, and work your way around the circle. You're probably going to need to use multiple pieces of thread that come with the kit because they are very short pieces of thread, but that's totally fine. So just work your way around the circle, sewing your worry pet, but leave a little bit of an opening. Don't sew it all the way shut because you need to be able to flip your worry pet right side out and then stuff it. Okay, so once you've made it most of the way around the circle, sewing it shut, you want to leave a little bit of a gap so you can flip it right side out. So you are just going to tie off your thread so it doesn't come unraveled when you remove the needle. So you're just going to make a loop with the thread, like put the needle through the fabric and don't pull it all the way through, leave a loop, and then just stick your needle through the loop a couple times to create a knot, and sew off or tie off your thread. So once you've done that a couple times, you can just cut your thread and you're all set. Okay, now it's time to turn your worry pet right side out. So take that opening you've left in your fabric and push the fabric through so your worry pet is right side out. Now you can see his cute little eyes that you put on earlier, and you can take that stuffing and stuff him. So you can actually put a lot of stuffing in. It's kind of deceptive. You think it's full, but you can still push more in there. I didn't quite push all the stuffing in mine, so he's a little bit soft, which is okay too. But you just want to be able to sew the fabric shut once you've stuffed it. So don't stuff it too full, but make sure you've stuffed it enough that you can sew it shut. So here we go. I finished stuffing and I'm gonna sew the opening shut. So you're gonna use the whip stitch again, and the bigger an opening you have, the more of the thread you're going to see when you're sewing it shut, because you're sewing it shut from the outside now. So it's better to have a smaller opening, but of course it's easier to turn in right side out, and it's easier to stuff when the hole is bigger. So it's up to you how you want to do it.